Hey, Mr. Trill, how are you today? Good. I'm looking a little pale on here, aren't I? Hey, do we have any, famous mathematicians or any guests today? Oh, listen to that! Somebody's knocking at the door. Let's see who it is. Oh, no, not this guy. Not this guy. Do I have to let him in? All right. Hey, Mr. Trolla, how are you? You really wanted me to let this guy in? Hey, what's the matter? I'm a good mathematician. Okay, Glovey. Okay. Mr. Troll, what are we teaching him about today? Oh, comparing and ordering rational numbers. Okay, if they have their book in front of them, it's page 196, right? Okay. Hey, what, can I help you with this? Better let him help. Okay, let's get started, kids. Things to read. Do they have any background information on this already, Mr. Triola? Oh, very good, very good. Okay, that's good to know that they have a little bit of background information. All right, so anyways, kids, if you look at the information right here, things to remember, as we have learned, the process requires you to think and then act. Act means that you're going to have to work. All right? Working is not always something that we want to do, but it gets us our good grades. So when you're comparing and ordering rational numbers, you're going to have to work. Right? Yeah, you're going to have to work at this. Okay. Number 2, next thing. Okay? When you compare rational numbers, do the following. Oh, so these are steps, aren't they? Yeah, they're steps. Okay, yeah, they're steps, kids, okay? So when you're going to compare rational numbers, the first thing you want to do is this. Think about the number line. Remember that when you go left, thank you very much, numbers get lower. When you go right, numbers get greater. Is that going to work on video? I don't know. All right, so anyways, next thing. Also, look for the signs. So if you look at the signs right away, that will tell you which are greater and which are less. Negative are less than positive. So if you group the negative and the positive, that will help you right away get started. Next thing, look for whole units or whole numbers. Also, convert fractions to decimals. It's always easier to work with decimals. Right, Mr. Triola? Okay, and the last thing, use a calculator to help you, okay? There's nothing in the book that says you can't use a calculator at this point. All right, shall we continue? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that, Nearpod 1. Here we go. How do you change a fraction to a mixed number? Pause the video, Mr. Triola. Well, how did they do? Pretty good. Well, you change a fraction to a mixed number, kids, by dividing the numerator by the denominator. All right, are they ready for Nearpod number 2? Oh, good. I'll uncover it. Kids, how do you know that negative 1 3/10 is greater than negative 1 5/10? Pause the video, Mr. Triola. Oh, how did they do? They ready for an answer? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? Negative 1 5/10 is further to the left on the number line. Mr. Triola, why don't you pause the video and explain this to him a little bit more? Do they understand it now? Yeah, I think they do, Glovey. I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to the other you. You mean sheep? The other sheep? No, that's very funny. Never mind. Okay, so anyways, all right, I see we have a Nearpod, another one, Mr. Trill. Should I go ahead and uncover that? A Nearpod prize round. Okay, kids, last time we played the little mind thinking game. Glovey, don't do the mind thinking game. No. This is for everybody, okay? Kids, I am thinking of a number from negative 20 to positive 20. What is that number? Concentrate on what I'm thinking. Okay, Mr. Troll, why don't you pause the video and let them answer? Concentrate. All right. Well, how did they do? Did they get the correct number? I don't know. What do you... Oh, the number? Tell them what my number is, Mr. Trolla. Ah, there you go, kids. Who got it? Mr. Trolla, go ahead and give out the prize to whoever got that number. That was the worst game in the world, Glovey. Well, you know, I don't see you creating any games. Okay, good point. All right, so let's go on and keep talking about it. Okay, so anyways, in the book, you'll see that they talk about comparing rational numbers. If you don't have your book, it should come up on your screen right now. You can order rational numbers on a number line. Okay, so anyways, you have used a number line to compare rational numbers before. Oh, really? Have they? Yeah, they have, Glovey. Okay, so anyways, you can also use a number line to order 3 or more rational numbers. So they want us to order 2/3, 1 75/100, and a negative 75/100 from least to greatest. Should they be careful about that least to greatest stuff, Mr. Trolla? Oh, do you want to? Why don't you pause the video and see if they have any questions or elaborate on what you just presented to them? Ah, are we good to go now, Mr. Trolla? Good, wonderful. So anyways, kids, there are several ways that you can do this, okay? You can use number sense and the number line to order rational numbers, okay? You can think that negative 75/100, all right, is a negative number, which means it's furthest to the left on the number line. 2/3 is between 0 and 1. And then 1 75/100 is between 1 and 2. So why don't you pause the video, Mr. Trolla, and explain to them what number sense is. Ah, okay. The next thing that you could do, kids, is you can write the numbers in a common form and then order the rational numbers. This means that you're going to turn them either into all decimals or all fractions. Okay? So you could write 2/3 as a decimal. Why don't you pause the video, Mr. Trolla, and show them how you would change 2/3 into a decimal. Okay. Can we start back up now? Good. Now compare and order the decimals. All right? The decimal point of 0.6 repeating is equal to 2 2/3. And 1 75/100 and you have a negative 75/100 can now be ordered. So when you look at it, the negative 75/100 is still furthest left, and then the converted 2/3 is a positive 0 6/10, so it's still right there in between 0 and 1, and then the positive 1 75/100 is farthest to the right, so it's greatest. Oh, Mr. Trolla, why don't you pause the video and go over that again, because my talking hand is getting tired. Are we ready to go on? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, kids, here's some more information for you. There we go. This is really getting tiring. I know, Glovey. I know. All right, so do they still look excited out there to see me? Oh, that kid over there doesn't look like he's excited. How about that one? Yeah, she's very excited, isn't she? Yeah, she is. Okay, so anyways, rational numbers on a number line. Here's something to always remember, kids. Fractions are decimals and decimals are fractions. So you can switch back and forth between the two of those to help you in this process. All right? And then it says, order the following rational numbers from least to greatest. All right? So, look at that list of numbers. Mr. Trolla, I'm going to have you pause the video right now, and you're going to go over this with the kids, okay? And then I'll try and help you if anything goes wrong. All right, pause the video and show the kids how you do this. All right, how do we do, Mr. Trolla? Oh, good. Well, did you teach the kids about these steps? The first step, to look at the numbers and use your number sense. Did you teach them to group the positives and the negatives? Did you have them order what they were really, really sure of? And then did you have them convert any decimals or fractions as needed? Ah, very good. And the final thing was probably you took the remaining amounts and put them in order, right? Okay, Mr. Trillo, do you need to pause the video for anything? Very good. Okay, let's move on. Oh, Nearpod 3. I love Nearpods, and so do they. I can tell by how excited they are. Nearpod 3. Use the number line to order the numbers from least to greatest. All right, why don't you pause the video, Mr. Trillo? All right, how did they do? Do you want to explain to them how to do this, or did you take care of that already? Ah, okay, if you need to, just pause the video. Huh, Nearpod 4. I hope you were ready for that. Okay, Nearpod 4, kids. Let's give it a try. Use tools. What tools are they talking about? Tools like this? No, not that. How about tools like this? No. Don't go through my desk. Look. Sorry, I'm in the middle of filming, Mr. Sturgis. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so anyways, why don't you pause the video and have them complete Nearpod 4. Oh, very good. Very good. All right, time to move on. And look at that. That's a Nearpod prize round. I am thinking of a number less than -23 and 89 hundredths and greater than 9 and 7/10. What is that number? Concentrate. Are they ready? Did they send an answer? Okay, here is my number. I forgot my number. Do you remember my number? Yeah, I'll take care of it, Glovey. Don't worry. Okay, thanks. Well, that seems to be about it for today, kids. I hope you understand a little bit more about ordering rational numbers. If not, you'll probably get more information from Mr. Trillo right now. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Mr. Sturgis needs me. Bye, Glovey.